Hey, what's up guys, it's Silver Slayer. Welcome back for another video. So before we go into this video, I wanted to also kind of recap on some stuff I may have not fully explained in my last video about the giveaway. So and for the custom bars. So for the custom poured Silver Slayer bars, there isn't only going to be a mintage of 20. We're going to make a mintage of at least 100. I think we're going to go with a mintage of 100. We're going to release 20 at first to see how quick they sell to get a better idea. But with the amount of comments and people that looked interested, I think we are either going to release 30 or 40 at first and then release the rest of the 100 mint, or we'll just release all of the 100 bars at once. I will keep you updated on what we choose to do with that, but just know that there isn't only going to be 20, but there is only going to be 100 of those made for those types of bars, and you know that is a very low mintage for this. So, and they are all serialized, so you know, you will see exactly which number you get in order compared out of the 100, which I think is pretty cool as well. So hopefully I will be getting some fairly soon. I think the bars are going to be ready within the next week or so, and I should be getting pictures to update you guys what they look like. And these are just the standard bars. And then after this, we will kind of venture off and look at some other ideas and some other molds to look into. But I just wanted to recap on that. And also, with the Slayer 2K giveaway, a lot of people were asking when the giveaway is going to be, and probably should have explained this. I kind of forgot that I have a lot of new subscribers, but the point it's called Slayer 2K is that stands for Slayer 2000, which means at 2,000 subs I'm going to do the giveaway. Just like my first giveaway was called Slayer 1K, because at 1,000 subs I did the drawing, the giveaway entry. So now it's called Slayer 2K, so when I reach 2,000 subs I'm gonna do the drawing. So I just wanted to talk about that. I realized that I've gotten a lot of new subs by then, so a lot of people don't know what that means, and I probably should have recapped on that, so sorry about that. So guys, just pay attention to 2,000 subs, and then you guys will be seeing the drawing video for that. So today I wanted to talk about constitutional silver, junk silver, and just some reasons why it can be very beneficial to have junk silver, because this is something I'm starting to focus on a lot more in 2017. And I mean, it's up to you guys if you guys invest in it or not. You know, it's an individual thing, but I'm just showing some of my reasons why I do and just some of the facts about it. So, you know, the first and one of the biggest reasons I like buying junk silver is because it's a great way to collect and stack fractional silver, silver that's less than an ounce. Now, why should you collect fractional silver? Well, you have to think, if silver really does explode in the light that, you know, a lot of us are thinking, if it ever goes to $200 or $300 an ounce, imagine how expensive that's going to be. Even 1 ounce is going to be hard to sell if someone doesn't have $200 or $300 to buy it off of you. And that's if it only goes to $200 or $300. Imagine 5-ounce bars, how expensive those will be. Imagine 10-ounce bars. Imagine kilo bars. No one's going to have money to buy that off of you, so your market to sell it's going to be really hard. So fractionals is a great way for you still to have it expands your clientele or your potential customers to a whole different ball game if you have all sorts of different weights of silver. Because if you have only all 10-ounce bars and higher, then your clientele is only towards people with a lot of money. But if you have these fractionals, then you can, you know, if someone just wants to trade with something that's small, you can, you know, give them a mercury dime and trade that. Or you also have to think of it in the fact that what if you want to trade with someone something that's less than an ounce, but all you have is an ounce? Are you going to take a chainsaw to your ounce bar and cut it in half, or, cut your American Eagle in fourth pieces? Like, that's just, it's just silly to me. So fractional silver is always a must, and that's also something to think about when you're buying heavier bars. Is you have to think about when you're selling them in the future, if you are waiting to sell until silver skyrockets, who's going to be able to afford a 10-ounce bar if silver's at $400 an ounce, or a kilo bar, or whatever the case is. So you always want to think about that. Also, fractional silver is a great way because fractional rounds are so expensive. Now, fractional rounds are so expensive because they still have to make these rounds the same way they make 1-ounce rounds. But if you're making a 10th ounce round, a 20-ounce round, that's a lot of production to stamp every single round individually, and they still have to use the same supplies, and it still costs the same amount of money to stamp that. So they have to put the higher premiums on the fractional rounds, so they're still making the profit. That's why an ounce of silver by only 1/10 ounce fractionals or 20-ounce fractionals can be up to $40, $45. So you have to think about that. And junk silver is a great way to buy fractionals with still somewhat of a good cost. And they do sometimes cast a little higher of a premium, but I'm going to talk about that. And one reason is because there's a limited supply. They stopped making this stuff almost over 50 years ago, about 50 years ago. So you have to think about that. There's no more being made, so the longer that it's out there, the less and less there is to find. People are holding on to it, and they're starting to become a collector value because it's rare. It's a lot rarer to find a Barber half dollar nowadays. So you have to think about that. And it's kind of like the Morgan silver dollars nowadays too, as there's a numismatic value growing. I mean, back in the day, Morgans were just, silver dollars, nothing special about them. But now it's, if you have a high grade Morgan, it can go for a lot of money. And I'm starting to see that with other fraction or constitutional silver as well. If you go on eBay, if it's especially a key date mercury diamond, really good condition, that thing can go for pretty expensive. Or any, even a quarter or a half dollar walking liberty that's in really good condition, or even graded or something, it can go for a lot of money, is because there's a limited supply out there. They're not making it anymore, and it's only getting melted, or it's going into people's hands that are stackers and that aren't going to release them. And there's only so much more that people are finding in coin roll hunting, because they're getting picked out of the garden. They're getting weeded out by all these collectors. But that is one of the cool things, is you still can find this stuff in circulation. And since there is so many people on the planet that don't stack and don't know what a 1964 quarter is, they think it's all quarters are worth 25 cents, that they're recirculating it. And if it ends up in someone's hands who knows what that 1964 quarter is, then they're going to keep it, which is really cool. That's why coin roll hunting can be so fun, going to your bank and picking up $50 and half dollars and see if you got anything in there. It can be really cool, and that makes it a little fun, more fun in the hunt. Some people don't do that. Some people would rather just buy the coins from a dealer and not have to worry about searching, but a lot of people do love that hunt to find free silver, basically. Another main reason that constitutional silver is so good to stack is that it's so recognizable and so trusted. If an SHTF situation happened, which I made a video talking about the best silver for SHTF, and I talked about junk silver and Eagles in America would be the best silver to have in a SHTF situation, is because it's so trusted and recognizable. Everybody knows what a half dollar is, or even if they don't know what a mercury dime is compared to a normal dime, they know that this was made in America and that it's 10 cents. and that goes a long way, especially if you're in a sketchy situation where nobody trusts anybody, everyone's in a survival mind state. The last thing you want is someone questioning if your silver is real or not. And if you have a government made, especially from the US Mint, if you live in America, if you have a government minted coin, people are gonna say, you know what, they can trust it more compared to a random round that they've never heard of. They might be a little, especially if they don't have a testing toolkit. Now, if you do, then this situation could be a little different, but still, it's trusted and recognizable, and with that, it's also very liquid, and it's really easy to sell. You can take it to any local coin shop and sell it, and it's just a very liquid thing. It's like Eagles, where you don't have to put it on eBay and wait for a buyer to find the right price. You can put it up and sell it for near melt or wherever silver's at that day, and it's very liquid. And in a lot of situations, when time is of the essence and you don't have time to put it on eBay and wait 2 or 3 weeks to find a buyer, and then wait 2 weeks for it to ship to your house and pay eBay and PayPal fees, that can be a lot of work, especially when time is of the essence. If you're in a situation that is an emergency where you need the money or whatever it is right then, junk silver is perfect. You can take it, flip it, and you're on your way. And someone else mentioned this on my comment section actually a couple days ago. They were talking about how they're selling some of their silver, and just the stress that is coming along with it that they never realized they were going to experience. He was saying, when I was buying all these thousands of ounces, I wasn't thinking about how I was going to sell them. And now that it's time for me to sell some, I'm realizing how much work it's going to take to list every single coin on eBay, take 5 to 10 pictures per coin when he has thousands of ounces, and list all of this stuff, write an individual listing for every single coin. And he's just realizing how much work it is. And he was like, I wish I would have just put a lot more of my portions into Eagles or something liquid, where I can just go take a box to my local coin shop and just take the money, because he's saying now he's overwhelmed with how much work it's going to be. And that was a great point, because a lot of people don't think about when they're going to sell, how they're going to sell. It's real easy to buy all these coins, but then when you're thinking about, okay, when it's time to sell them and make a profit, how are you going to do that? Are you going to have to list every single coin individually and write, it's that takes hours upon hours upon hours upon days to do, and it's a lot of work, and it takes a lot of dedication and motivation. So that's just something to keep in mind when you are buying silver, is how are you going to sell it. And the good thing about junk silver and bullion like Eagles is you can always just take a box in to your local coin shop and quickly get the cash at hand without very much work. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to share some stuff with junk silver, because I haven't posted a video on constitutional silver in a long time, and I just felt like it was a right time to talk about this, especially since I have been buying a lot more junk silver lately, and I've had a lot more subs lately. I wanted to kind of recap on this whole situation and get some other new perspectives from you guys. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this. I will see you guys for the next video. Peace.